Hello everyone, welcome to Willian and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Scott. Scott's from Michigan, but he lives in Chicago, in the USA. So let's see what Scott has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for waking up so early on Saturday for the interview.
Oh gosh, I've been up for hours.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Scott, just before we start the game, just tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh wow! And but you live in where are you living now?
Chicago. Oh, I'm sorry. I live in Chicago, Illinois right now. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan area.
Oh, I see. So you live in Chicago, but you're from Michigan.
Correct.
Oh, I see. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a sales engineer for a technology company here in town.
Okay. And tell me what you like the most about your job.
Oh gosh, I have great clients. I've been there about 6 years now. We just primarily work downtown Chicago. I'm fortunate to have a really good mix of people that I work with, and that, for my clients, and then the company has some of the best resources available from engineering and marketing and sales. It's a great place to be.
I see. And all your you have family as well live in Chicago, or you're all back in Michigan?
Most of us back in Michigan. Both of my sisters are there. My kids are there. I mean, they go back and forth. I go back and forth, I should say. I guess we all go back and forth. But yeah, I mean, I still have a house in Michigan as well, so we go back and forth between the two homes quite a bit.
Very good, very good. And just before we start the game, just tell me something interesting about yourself.
Oh gosh. I mean, to think about myself, I'm not talking about myself too much. I mean, probably one of the most probably interesting things for me right now is just I'm just a gay dad. So.
Wow, that's very interesting.
I have three teenage boys right now. And then, they're all very different and wonderful at the same time.
Oh, and you're adopted, or they are?
No, they're mine. They're my real ones.
I see.
I shouldn't say that because I'm adopted, so I shouldn't joke about that. But no, my kids are mine. I was married at one point before I came out, and had 3 kids, and they're all wonderful boys. My oldest one's almost 17 now, and I have twins that are 14.
Wow. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So they live in Michigan. They are back in Michigan.
Yeah, they live in Michigan with their mom. I see them all the time. I'm in Michigan regularly. Lately, it's been every other week for about 5-6 days. And they come here. I go there. We go all over the place.
Always manage. There's always we always when you love our loved ones, we always find a way to get together. That's for sure.
Yep, and my partner Joe, who I have, is great, and the kids love him, and we travel. We were just skiing 2 weeks ago, all of us together. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting life, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
For that.
I totally agree. Right. Okay. So, Scott, welcome to Willian and the Magic Box.
Magic box.
Yes, the Magic Box, full of wonderful questions. Okay. So I'm just gonna play some music just for us to get in the mood before the first question. Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's do it. Ready for the first question?
Sure.
Let's do it. The first question is, tell us 3 fun facts about yourself.
Fun facts about myself. Gosh, I already told you about my gay dad. I think something that some of my friends know, but people that work with me don't always know, is my hobby is I like to build things. So I like to remodel kitchens, bathrooms. I always have a project going on. But I have one today I'm working on my bathroom, my master bathroom here in Chicago. So it's kind of one of my side passions, and I love helping people with their own projects as well as my own. So that's probably one interesting fact. Gosh, another fact. I guess I like to travel, and I think I don't really like going to the same place more than once as best I can. There are favorites. I like Mexico, and I've been to different spots in Mexico, for example. But I do like to travel a lot, and we try to, especially with my kids, I try to always create kind of some interesting destinations to go to and make it a unique experiences for all of us, so we can kind of create good memories for sure. Another fact. Gosh, I don't know. That's I like a lot of sci-fi.
Oh, really?
I'm kind of nerd out with that. So I'm not a huge TV watcher, but when I do have time to watch TV or choose to watch TV, I like everything Star Wars, everything Star Trek, Marvel, X-Men, any of the superhero things. I can geek out on that for days. In fact, I woke up at 5:30 this morning, watched my WandaVision. So yeah.
I love the X-Men. For me, they're the best movies ever. I love the X-Men.
I love all those. I love all those.
And sometimes when I watch those, the very, very first ones, I'm like, oh my God, how amazing! Like to see those. I can spend like the entire day just watching those movies. I just love it.
Oh, I can watch them. I've watched many of them over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, Scott, let's go for the second question. Let's do it. Right, just before the next question, I would like to ask something. Tell me, how challenged did you find coming out as gay at the time when you came out, as you had kids as well? So tell me a little bit about it, if you don't mind to talk.
Sure. Gosh, it's one of those things. I came out when I was 40, so ish. So it's one of those things where you can look back on it after a while, and you can even look back prior to coming out and think, gosh, how did I not know? And how did I wait so long? I don't have good answers for that. I was pretty fortunate. I didn't really have a negative experience when I did come out. I was married at the time, and that did affect the family. So I guess that was hugely negative for obvious reasons. But from like a personal perspective, I didn't have a lot of people that were negative about it. It's probably what I meant to say. I didn't have family that disowned me. I didn't have friends that shunned me necessarily. There's some challenges for sure, but I've certainly heard a lot worse stories than I encountered. But that doesn't mean that it didn't come with its struggles. I think it's still sometimes challenging to explain to people how a guy could, not know he was gay and kind of come out so late, and after being married and having kids, and like the stress around kind of disrupting your whole family because of that. Even people that I've talked to around that, and like I'm on social media. I started a gay dads group quite a bit ago here in Chicago, so there's a lot of people in there. So we've definitely talked about this topic a lot. But I think it's hard for sometimes people to, especially people that don't have exposure to the gay community or even gay friends, to have been able to ask questions. I think it's hard for people to understand how it's not a choice, and I don't believe being gay is a choice. I think that I believe in God, and I think God makes everyone as they're supposed to be.
Sure.
And I also think I was on a path I was supposed to be on.
Absolutely.
And coming out late was part of that path, and having kids was probably a huge bonus, to bring 3 wonderful kids into the world of that path. But I think it's sometimes hard to understand and talk to people that don't want to understand.
That's true. It's like discussing politics and religion. People, they have their own ways, and they don't come out of this idea that they have, or that, So it's difficult when people make up their minds. It's difficult for you to kind of try to change it. Some people, they are, easy to just kind of change their point of views as we are open, but some people, when they stick to that, way of thinking, I think it's pointless for you to kind of even try, or, to try to change their minds. But yeah, I think it's all.
Yeah, and I used to feel like that. I used to feel like it was possible to change people's minds. And I think what I've learned so far, and I've certainly changed my approach, is that I feel like it became less important for me, in particular with my kids, to try to explain the why, and to just be the best person I could be. Let them, people and others, to figure out kind of, what that really means, as a whole, and to make sure that when there's opportunities, I just had one yesterday with one of my kids in their school, where topics come up, where people might make comments to them about gay not being okay, or a gay person going to hell, and making sure that they are equipped properly and how to address that.
I see.
And not even in a negative way. People know what they know, and I mean, I'm from a religious background. I totally understand it. I have my own experience with Catholicism and being gay and Christianity, and my kids still go to a very conservative school, so I've definitely dealt with some of the religious intolerance that comes with that, but I've tried to take it from a place of anger when things happen to more of an education, and try to help my kids and other people understand that, well, you know what, these people, they don't know any better. They've been told what they've been told. They believe what they believe, and you're not going to change your mind by telling them how to think. You have to change your mind by setting an example.
And what I believe as well, if they when as we mentioned before, these people, they don't want to understand, or they don't want to learn, or they want to stick to their point of views. But what I believe as well, some people, they are not ready to understand. If they don't want, it's because they are not ready to take the message or to understand the message. You know what I mean? Because when you are I think naturally, if you are ready to be open, or to go to another step in your life, be spiritual or growing up, or whatever, I think it's if you don't want to go, to talk about, to understand, it's because you're not ready yet. So what's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, and I will say, I've definitely learned a lot in the last few years, 6-7 years, especially through my gay dads group, because there's over 100 guys that have kind of come and gone from the group over the years. I had to understand that, for me, like when I did come out, like, it's a process, and it took many years, decades, from some accounts, for me to understand like who I was, and to have enough strength and confidence to be able to come out, and not be afraid, and I have to give the people around me that time too, because I think when I came out, I think part of me expected, obviously things would change, but I think I felt like people would very quickly understand, why, and understand me, and and I realized, gosh, I might have known since I was a teenager, maybe even younger than that if I really think about it. So, but it still took me 25 years to come out, and when I have others, and my partner included, who came out when they were very young, and so I have to understand that the people around me who may have also lived sort of in a gay-free bubble,
I see.
That they need time too, and the best thing that I think you can do is to just help people understand that, like, as much as a straight man might like a woman, or a woman like a man, like, it's no different. Love is who you love, and that's not going to necessarily change me as a person. I still have a lot of the same values, the same beliefs, and I treat people the same way, and
exactly.
A lot of that didn't change,
Absolutely. As I'm gonna say now, like, love, there is no gender. It's a cliche, but it's true. Love is just love. You don't need to explain that you can love whatever. I think that's what matters. Right. Next question to you is, if you could be in somebody's skin for 24 hours, who that would be, and why?
I would probably have to say someone like Elon Musk, or Bill Gates, just someone who is has limitless opportunities to do whatever they want. That the people around them, you know, support them, that their financial, there's no bounds financially. They could help whoever they wanted. They could travel to wherever they wanted. They could, you know, do whatever they wanted. I think that could be an interesting experiment for a day, for sure.
Good, very good. Let's go for another question for you. Let's do it. Okay, Scott, let's get another question for you. Who do you talk the most?
Who do I talk to the most?
Yeah.
I mean, my partner.
How long have you been together for?
I think about 6 years now, 6.5 years. So it's been a while. Yeah, I mean, we live together, so I mean, I see him and talk to him the most. Probably, you know, my kids shortly behind that, you know, and if they were with me every day, I'm sure it'd be collectively similar.
Is your twins kids? They are very similar, or they are different? Like they, you know what I mean? They are twins. Like, you know, like apparently they are similar, or they are different. They look different.
My twins, I mean, they're identical twins technically, but they have their own personalities. You know, we always try to raise them in a way where they could be independent, and try to avoid as much as possible when we're around them saying like, oh, it's a twin, it's a twin. So like, so I have, you know, we call them by their name all the time, and you know, they definitely have a different style, especially, you know, they're in 8th grade now, and you know, one has a more his style hair and he cares more about what he looks like. The other's kind of more surfer, laid back. You know, my oldest one, who's like 6'3" right now, maybe 6'4". He's very, very tall compared to his dad. So I'm the short dad. You know, he kind of has his own style too. You know, I mean, they're all good looking kids. They're all smart. They're all, you know, my oldest son is kind of absorbed some of my house building skills, where there's a lot of house projects. He's done a lot of remodeling at his own mom's house, his own project. I think it's probably what he'll do when he grows up. He's already talked about it. The younger ones are kind of techie like I am, so you know, they're into computers and video games, and the one builds a lot of video game stuff, you know, and the other one kind of does a lot of music mixing and video editing, and they all have their own. You know, I've kind of been a dad who, like, whatever tools you need, like books, computers, whatever, you know, software, you know, I think I try to fund those habits as much as I can, and I think it's worked, you know. So the one has a little studio in his mom's house and green screens and all that stuff, and the other one has all kinds of enough computer technology for Fort Knox, and you know, but we joke about it because when we go back and forth between houses, sometimes, like even in Chicago, the back of the truck will be loaded with computers and monitors, and
wow.
my partner's like, we're taking the Pentagon with us.
That's funny.
But and my oldest one has, I mean, as he's needed a tool since he was very young, be it a screwdriver or a saw or whatever it is, I've got it, you know, and so he has definitely enough tools to build a house at this point, which I think is great, because like a lot of kids who are 16, 17 don't know how to even cut a piece of wood. So I think it's pretty cool that he does, and he's built some amazing projects.
You're very proud dad. I can see how proud you are. Very good.
I sure am.
Let's go another question. Let's do it. Right, Scott. Next question for you is, which movie? This one's gonna be very easy. Which movie you could watch over and over again?
Oh God, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't know why. I mean, I probably have watched it, sat and watched it mindlessly 50 times. But you know, and of course it's based in Chicago, so maybe that's part of it. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely, and I have watched that one over and over again.
Very good, very good.
I could actually sit throughout the movie and probably recite every line as they came throughout the movie.
Wow. Let's go for another one. Right, just before the next question, in your opinion, what's the best part of living in Chicago?
Oh gosh, I would have to say the summers. when I, it can get pretty cold here sometimes. And when it finally starts to get warm and the beaches reopen and all the festivals start, and people are out, like just the whole city changes. It's a beautiful. I'm not sure if you've ever been here or not, but I mean, obviously it's a very large city. A lot of people don't realize it has a lot of white sand beaches along Lake Michigan, which is like an ocean, and it's fresh water. I mean, we live 2 blocks from the beach ourselves, so like we often walk over there and just hang out, and we ride bikes a lot. I mean, tremendously a lot. So when my kids are here, we will ride bikes every day. And just the city just comes alive. I'm fortunate because I work downtown in a high rise. We're in the top 2 floors and a really good spot downtown. So we are along the river and we can see the lake and all the buildings. It's just beautiful.
Okay.
There's always a lot going on.
Very good. Next question is, what do you consider most romantic?
Most romantic. I don't know. I just kind of like quiet nights or times alone with my partner. That we're both very busy. I'm naturally busy, so I always fill my day. And we're both very social. There seems always to be people around. Obviously, with COVID, that's changed for a while. But we have a big deck, and we always have people over, and there's always things to do. But so I think I cherish those quieter moments. Be it if we're out to dinner together or if we're just sitting watching a movie together. I mean, that's time that I find romantic. So
very good, very good. I enjoyed the show so far, Scott.
It's fine.
Good. Let's get another one. Right, next question for you is, what's the worst thing someone can say on a first date?
They call you by your wrong name.
Oh, that's a good one. But if it happens, you always can excuse like, oh, sorry, I just met you now, so I'm just confused.
Yeah. No, I think I have low tolerance for that, because usually at that point you've talked to them enough or texted them enough. You can remember my name.
That's true. That's for sure. Yeah, it's not excuse. Right, let's get another question. Right, next question for you is, what scares you the most about your future?
What scares me most about my future? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm really scared of anything. I don't think that way. I think that I just want to make sure my kids are happy, and that me and my partner are happy, and that there's always opportunities to do different things, and that we're just being the best people we can be. I think particularly with my kids, I think if they got in a situation where they were struggling and not enjoying life, that would be a hard one for me.
Good. Okay. Next question, Scott from Chicago. Let's do another one. Okay, before the next question, tell me something that I can only find in Chicago. I cannot find anywhere else in America. Tell me anything.
I would say Midsummer Festival.
Yeah,
that's probably one of my favorite festivals around of anywhere. In fact, we live up here in like Andersonville area, neighborhood it's called, and that's where it's actually at. It's just a fun street festival, usually in June. And I don't know, it's not. I mean, it's just definitely a more gay festival for sure. But it's just the beginning of summer. It's good music, it's good food. You always bump into a bunch of people and friends. I just think that when you look at other festivals around, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. They don't ever seem to have the same mix. So, so we always look forward to that. It didn't happen last year, unfortunately, because of COVID. I'm not sure if it will happen this year, which could be a bummer. But yeah, I think that's definitely something unique. It's one of those things where people kind of come in, people that have left Chicago kind of come back for that, just because it's just one of those just good feeling places to be.
Very good, very good. I'll remember that when I come to Chicago, okay?
Okay, yeah, you should.
Right, next question is, if you could go back in time in one moment in your life, what that would be and why?
I think I would probably go back, and we were in Costa Rica a few years ago with all my kids and everyone, and I don't know, it was just a wonderful, magical time for me at that point. I like to go back and just kind of, even for a day, we had a fun time going on a boat to an island one day, and it was just, I don't know, I just felt like everyone just had a wonderful, wonderful time. Just weather was perfect, the people we were with were perfect, the kids were great, partner had a fun time, and we just good mix of a lot of good things.
Okay, good one. Next question, Scott. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, tell me, how did you meet your partner?
I had met him online briefly, and then we first physically met at a friend's birthday party, and from there just kind of worked out, and I guess the rest is history. Yeah, he's also from Chicago. Yeah, he's originally from Minnesota,
okay.
Minneapolis, but he lived in Chicago for many years. He's bouncing me. He went, I guess, back and forth from LA area to Chicago, two rounds, but he had been here at the time for probably 10 years, knows Chicago very well, a lot of friends. So yeah, so we just kind of started dating from that point forward, and I was working in Chicago a bit. I wasn't full time in Chicago at that point, and was going back and forth like I had been, and it just kind of generally started working out. Then you came to Michigan a couple times, and it just kind of developed. And 4 or 5 months later, we were actually an official couple then.
Very good. And I
haven't looked back.
And I can see a lot of hearts going out of your head, like.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna dub that in later, probably.
Yeah. Next question is, how would your partner describe yourself?
I think he would describe me as a good dad. I think he describes me as loving and generous. He described me as not being able to sit still.
That's the fun. I can see you, like the interview always move you as well.
Yep. I don't sit still. I get up early. I keep busy all day. I have a hard time sitting. Definitely.
Another question, Scott. Let's do it. Right. Next question for you is, if you could be a character in a movie, who that would be and why?
Oh boy. Probably a superhero. I would probably be, I don't know, I like that guy. Guardians of the Galaxy, Quill, the main character. I don't know. He's just kind of like his good-looking guy, and he's just kind of fun and goofy, and likes his music. I love my music, and kind of dorky sometimes, and I guess I kind of relate to that.
Very good.
And he gets to fly everywhere and use cool technology stuff, and
that's for sure. Right, Scott. I have 3 questions left for you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it. And what's your Madonna's favorite song?
Oh gosh, Express Yourself. Baby, dun, dun, dun.
Like I just said, okay, I'm gonna tease it here. I'm gonna have about Madonna. I'm gonna tease it.
And then right, my partner's is Vogue. So when that song comes on, watch out.
Right. Next question is: describe yourself in 3 words only.
Oh gosh, generous, kind, energetic.
And now I would ask for a negative one. There's a negative one?
Negative. Very busy.
It's okay. Busy. Busy guy.
Anxious. And I have high expectations where I shouldn't.
Ooh, that's something. You. 2 questions left. Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, Scott. Next question for you is, right. Sorry, about positive again. What's the most beautiful thing someone have done for you?
Beautiful thing someone has done for me. Gosh, giving me kids. I would say, I do a lot for I feel like I do a lot for a lot of people. Like I think I'm pretty selfless in my time of helping others. So when someone does something for me that's nice, that to me I find really beautiful. For example, like if I needed help, even something as simple as like I need to go to Home Depot to get something, if my partner will say, you know what, let me go there and get it for you, where it helps me out. Oh. Like I don't get that a lot. So I feel that's kind of beautiful that I enjoy. A very good example was a couple years ago, my partner bought me a new bike for my birthday and surprised me, and like I don't get expensive gifts or thoughtful gifts too often, even historically. I get them, but I just felt like it was something, we both enjoyed biking together. The bike I had was okay, but it wasn't great, and he really thought about it. And went out of his way and found something very nice that he thought I would really like, and there was a lot of thought put into it. And that to me is kind of beautiful stuff.
Very good, very good. Ready for the last one?
Yep. Uh-oh, here it comes.
Let's do it. Okay, Scott, let's do the last question for you. What was the last thing that made you smile genuinely?
I know, probably just dumb things. I love talking to my kids. Every morning when my partner brings me a coffee, it makes me smile. I smile a lot, so that's a hard one for me.
Very good.
I'm a pretty happy, optimistic person. I'm not usually down, so.
Very good. I can feel it. I can see it. How happy you are. That's for sure. That's for sure. Scott, it's not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the quick thinking game. So I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Okay? Quick thinking. Okay. Let's start with religion.
Christianity.
Love.
Partnership.
Money.
Opportunity.
Family.
Kids.
Sex.
Oh, always. Life. All those things combined: family, friends, opportunity.
Okay. How about?
I know it's more than one word.
How about politics? One word.
Cooperate.
Okay. How about fear?
Fear. Loneliness.
Friendship.
Generosity.
Okay. Desire.
I guess it goes with love. Companionship.
Okay. Regrets.
Ooh, gosh, I don't have those. Choices.
Okay. Success.
Family.
Wish.
Travel.
And how about happiness?
Satisfaction.
Good one. Wow, I like that. How about if I say Michigan?
Mitten.
And if I say Chicago, one word.
Love.
Okay. And the last one, let's say a gay dad, one word.
misunderstood.
I like that. Very good one. Right. So let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely partner, and I'm going to ask him, what is the most beautiful thing about Scott, and what's something that he needs to improve on? What do you think your partner will tell me?
Beautiful thing about me. I would probably say just my generosity, love and generosity. Yeah.
And something that you need to improve on?
Relaxation.
You are work ethic.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Understand. And and if I would ask the same question to your kids, what the answer would be?
Just a loving dad. So, and then what did they say I had to work on? Letting them be teenagers more.
Good answer.
I think I do a pretty good job at most of the time. But yeah.
Good. Okay. Right. Let's play now Scott and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay. Okay, Scott. You can ask me a question now.
When you do these, what do you get the most satisfaction out of?
Wow, very good question. Wow, I love it. I love it. I think the most satisfaction that I get doing those interviews, Scott, is the fact that when I connect with people, like I believe that people worldwide, they have so much to share, so much. As for example, my God, I've been talking to you like for 40 minutes, and I've learned so much, and I see how much you have to take, you know what I mean, to share with people. So I think that what I get the most about interviewing people or doing this show is just the fact that I let people express themselves and they connect with other people worldwide as well. And I feel it's a satisfaction that, I'm giving like opportunity for people to share their point of views, to share their experience in life, what they believe. And I believe that I'm sure people watching this interview in the future, they're gonna connect with you so much. And I'm sure that if someone is going through what you went through when you were married at the time, I'm sure they're gonna appreciate your, everything you talked about, everything that you expressed yourself. So that's the whole point of the show. And I'm just the luckiest person that I'm able to to connect with people all over the planet and giving the opportunity them to share their experience and point of view, because I think we have so much to share, and sometimes we don't have the opportunity, or we don't. And it's just so nice I think this time now that the world is facing right now, it's a good opportunity for people to connect with each other worldwide. And I think this the big satisfaction that I have when I do those shoots. Good
That's
answer.
Awesome. Good answer. Yeah, great answer.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I had a good time. Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks so much. Thanks for being so kind and sweet. I can see how busy you are, and you took a time on Saturday to do this interview with me. I'm very grateful for that. But just before you go, if you can share a positive quote or positive message, something that inspires you.
Something that inspires me. I always try to tell people that words are dear and actions are clear. So what that means to me is that people say a lot of things, but who they really are is, I think, judged by what they do. So make sure your people are doing positive things and treating people well, because talking about it and doing it are two different things.
I love that. I really like that. I really like this quote. Scott, it was a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you, William.
Okay, I
appreciate that. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.willianandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.